Go into the menu, quit the game, and pray random. You get random abolished. Sid card, and what does it refine into? That's okay. That's what I remember doing too, Hazel. I couldn't remember exactly though. So you go, yes please, and then quit. Open roll as spread. That's good. Still open and random though. Can it still get abolished like this, even though we're not combining rules? Or is that all that'll happen? I think you have to restart that at that point too, right? Hold on, let's... Adia plays the Adia card. Yeah, that's what I thought. What does it refine into? That's the biggest question. You know what, we can just play it until we find the answer. Oh, there's Shimmy card too. Three royal crowns, but what do royal crowns refine into? Like magic-wise. Teach magic, GS magic 60%. Okay. I know what they do. I know what royal crown does. I'm asking what it refines into, the royal crown. I might have a royal crown actually, I can just check. I think I do have a royal crown. I think I got one from Adia. Yeah, there we do. Okay, so let's see what it refines into. It's probably not elemental if it refines in anything. Does it not refine in anything? Hmm. Shell stones. So it doesn't refine it any magic. I don't care about it then. Don't care about Adia's card. Yeah, abolishing rules is a pain in the ass. Agreed. Alright, cool. We don't need to worry about that card then. Time for the plot twist. Yep. This is the big plot twist. When I first originally played FFA, I used to complain about it all the time when I first started streaming before I replayed it. And I'd always be like, oh, Ultimisia comes out of nowhere. And it's like, wait a second, actually she doesn't, because she gets talked about in great detail here. Granted, I'm not a big fan of the whole time compression thing. I think it's nonsense. I think the Renoa's love interest is very, very forced. But I still think the game's story is still well written. There's good writing. It's just a kind of a hokey story. That's all. Docs code, what's that do? Like for refinement? That data ability goes, it's a garbage, all a bunch of trash. Not worried. Looks like Renoa's love spell has finally taken hold of Squall's heart. Whatever. Why is this the best? Because it's a true Final Fantasy port. It is exactly like Final Fantasy VIII, plays and feels exactly like Final Fantasy VIII, just has a nice little polishing brush over the game, which is what every Final Fantasy fan wants. When we first heard about the Final Fantasy VII remake, what we really wanted was an HD port of it. That's what everybody wanted. It's all the fans of Final Fantasy VII wanted. But then we got something way more than what we bargained for, which is great. It looks awesome, but when we originally thought about the idea, that's what we really just wanted, was a prettier version of FF7, right? And that's what we got with FF8. Whatever. And I really hope that in the future, when they do ports like this, they take the original version of the game and port it over to the new platforms. When I get FF4 and 6 on Switch, inevitably, probably, hopefully, fingers crossed, I want it to be the original version. Please. Please, SNES version. And I think everybody agrees. Or, at worst, redone in the Octopath engine. You take PSPF? I'll take PSPFF4, but I would prefer SNES. And those games are ridiculously buggy. Nobody freaking complains about that. Oh, my junctions were reset, so it doesn't even matter. You mean FF6? You mean FF6? But I mean, maybe FF4 DS was good, but it's not even FF4. It's a totally different game with totally different game mechanics. So I would want SNES. That's not FF4. It's a totally different game, you know? Yeah, it's fine. As good of a game as it might be, if we're talking about ports of classic Final Fantasies, we need to go with the originals, you know? Or at least original feel, like the PSP version, which is a really great remake of FF4, by the way. I like how the dragon's just casually walking down the hill. Hey, what's up? Take it easy, Hazel Dove. Have a good one. I blocked that. Oh no! I hate these mini games, man. It is. It's one of those press X to win mini games, and you can't really time the defense meaningfully, so it's just blah. You get hit 3 times, you lose. So you just gotta keep going until you get it. Coffee obtained. You're late to the coffee party, but that's okay. You're still invited. I did it! I'm the best! Oh no! I came back around, he's blocking me off! Alright, I gotta rejunction everything. That's one of my least favorite things about this game specifically, just Final Fantasy 8 in general, is this really awkward having to rejunction everything all the time thing. But at the same time, I really love the junction system, so it's almost like I like messing around with it, you know? What else did I have over here? Maybe it was tornado. There we go. Yep, yeah, I agree. I mean, and that's a flaw with the Final Fantasy VIII, not a flaw with the remaster, right? Draw and junctioning, like the junction systems are great. I love junction, but the how they handle it with like the transferring between the characters and stuff is poorly done. But I mean, this is an old PlayStation game. It was made in the 90s. I forgot how anime that freaking limit break is. What a freaking joke, dude. I love it. See you later. Oops. Dun, 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 dun. Hey, that's Lunatic Pandora. I never noticed that. It's a good thing all these images were updated and smoothed out so I can see things that I never noticed, like Lunatic Pandora in the distance there. Wow, crazy how good that is. I never noticed that things like, there's so many things I've noticed in this game about how the game was made, and little images and things that help make the game make more sense, as well as just make it nicer. Your face is a Lunatic Pandora? Yeah, that's right. I went there. Yeah, Laguna's a doof. I love him. You want to be like if they had voice acting? Well, Squall does have a voice. I think Renoa does too. But I think they're JP only voices. And back got donuts. Jelly donuts, and I'm also jelly. He has English voice in Dissidia? Oh yeah? I didn't know that. No, I'm jelly though. Oh, we gotta find the White Seed ship. I hate this part. How long, the last time I played this game, how long did I take trying to find this stupid thing? It's so hidden. Like I said many times, this game is great, but man, does it have the easiest to point out flaws of all of the Final Fantasies aside from 13. I wasn't angry, I was frustrated. For sure. Although with the map visuals being a little bit more updated, it's easier to see where there's little nooks and crannies and stuff though, so that's kind of nice. And I want to say it's right over here. Also, I think that there are multiple places it can be, but I'm pretty sure it's right here. Boom. There it is. Yep. Look how hidden this nonsense is, though. Like, if you're just going along and you're looking around for it, you're just like, where is it? Where is it? I wonder. And like, you let's say you're coming in from here, right? You're like, you're looking over here. You're like, okay, dead end. All right. You know, you look over here. Okay, I actually saw it there. But still, you can't see it from a lot of angles. Like all these angles, you can't see. It's just completely hidden. So you would look over like this and be like, all right, that's a dead end, right? And it's actually over here. Yeah, that's my next destination. It's actually where Biggs and Wedge are, and they have cards. What cards do they have, and what do they refine into? Actually, the big thing only really I care about is the rules. I just need to not play with bad rule sets. So if I can play them without worrying about my rule set, then I'm fine with that. Well, I already got Angelo, so that's not a worry. Hey, I got your porno mag, buddy. Come and take it. Shiva card. Wow. North Winds. Those probably turn into Blizzagas. So basically worthless. Let me shake your hand. Yeah, about that. Oh, nice, 15. What? That was awkward. What? Oh, I forgot to get the letter from Medea. But I think I found a neat little trick, though. Yeah, no letter of an introduction from Medea. But it turns out, it feels like every time you get kicked out, too bad. Maybe I'll try it one more time. Nope. Too bad. It was a nice try. Yeah, you can. You sure can. The reason it's the best FF port / remaster ever is because it's completely true to form to the original Final Fantasy VIII, except for a nice little HD paintbrush over everything. This makes some of the 2D imagery a little awkward because you learn the corners they had to cut in the original PlayStation to make it look nice and better, but it is a fantastic port in terms of gameplay mechanics. It's all true to the original, which makes it the best FF port we've ever gotten. No weird mechanics, no changes, no missing things, no added things. They didn't try to reinvent the wheel. They just made FF8 on a different platform with an HD paintbrush. It's great. There's a couple things that look awkward, but if you understand how the original game was made and why those things are like that, like the 2D, like some of the NPCs being onto the 2D backgrounds, then there's no problem, and it's great. Correct. Yes, like at the beginning of the Dolat mission or the end or whatever, Sid is part of the 2D background. The reason he's like that is because there's a lot of NPCs on screen with like Cypher, Raijin, Fujin, Quistis in your party all on the screen at once. And in order for the PlayStation to handle that, they had to put a lot of NPCs as the 2D pre-rendered background. And they do that again on like the end of disc 2, which totally makes sense because that's how the game was originally on the PlayStation. They had to do that in order for it to not lag to hell and crash, you know? And so they left that in there, and they couldn't remake that because that would be a remake instead of a port, right? It's an HD port, it's not a remake. So that means changing assets outside of just visuals is a no-go, which is exactly what you want out of a remake or a port, or sorry, a remaster or a port. And a remaster is just a port with better visuals, and they did that. The visuals are better, plain and simple. And that's why this is the best port we've ever gotten of a Final Fantasy game. For the people that are complaining about that kind of thing, it's basically like an example of the truth. You can't handle the truth. When they realize that even the original PlayStation pulled that trick as well, and then they get bent out of shape when they see, like they have the wool pulled out from over their eyes, and they're like, ah, my immersion. Guess what? The original was like that too. Sorry to say, feels bad. Oh, there's that too. There's that too. The first mod for the PlayStation version of this HD remaster was to uncensor Siren's Bush. That was the first mod pack released. Yeah. There's your integrity and intelligence.